What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and thank you all for tuning in. We're coming to you just post-race. I mean, they just wrapped up here at Thunder Valley for round 3 of Pro Motocross, and like we always do, gonna give you a little bit of a post-race track walk, try to show you guys the conditions that these guys were dealing with today. And today we're gonna do it a little bit different. It was a bit of a different schedule today. There's actually a WMX moto coming up right now, and I figured they were gonna do a lot of track prep before that, and they were doing a lot throughout the day, and I didn't want to miss showing you guys the most gnarls Barkley sections, so I actually kind of fit the track walk in between the second 450 moto and then busted out the rest after that last 250 moto. So you're seeing what they had to work with. I had no choice. I had to change it up today. That's what we had to do to get her done. And yeah, even though this is the intro, I've already done the track walk. So yeah, now I'll get the track walk playing for you guys. Really hope y'all enjoy it. I'm a super fried and cooked unit. My legs feel like they've never felt before. So yeah, I really hope you guys like watching this and hope it was worth it. But before we get into it, gotta thank the channel sponsors. They made this trip possible. Then we'll get into the track walk. Oh, and I almost forgot to say, we're gonna go back to the rental car after the track walk and do a little bit of a post-race review there. So race review will be at the end of the video, track walk's at the beginning. Now let's thank the sponsors. Really appreciate you guys. This coverage is brought to you by ASV Inventions, Sirius Studio, the Design Lab Co., and On Track School. I've got links, discount codes, and all that fun stuff in my video description, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Got women on the gate, but this start straight section for the start and for the laps, it's always fluffed up, nice and flat and smooth. By far my favorite part of the track. You can loosen your grip, rev the whip, take a breath, do all kinds of fun stuff. Right out of turn 2, you drop down, and man, I was expecting to see some way bigger bumps through here, but this being right off the start, I think they usually prep this throughout the day just to try to make sure the first couple of corners aren't as chaotic as they possibly could be. Skitty's already hitting these things for the ladies, getting them all freshened up for Titty City, but yeah, these rollers, talk about an energy zapper. You just got to pound your way, try to double through if you can. And man, this section was a couple of sweet floater doubles last time I raced this, or at least when I did on the 2-stroke. So I'm glad they didn't do this to me, but all sorts of chop, one main groove, nothing that's of all that much enjoyment by the looks of it. Scratch and claw your way to the top of this hill. The rollers are definitely some horsepower robbers, and we're at altitude, of course. Like, get to the top of this thing, drop back down, and deal with it some more down the bottom of the next hill. Down this little hill, this section's changed quite a bit since I raced here. I have no experience on this layout, but I do have experience with hooked ruts like that. I call that an ACL inducer. Or you could go around the flat outside. That's what Little Coonan and a lot of the guys were doing late in 250 Moto 2. Maybe that hook made the inside too damn slow. I was honestly expecting it to be more gnarls Barkley. Man, they're already back dragging all kinds of stuff. WMX coming up next, but it was gnarly. I'll splice in some 250 Moto 2 clips. I'm so out of breath. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't even really know anymore. Such a gnarly day. Ski single, some small chatter, and then this corner I'm used to seeing way more ruts. So we got one deep one on the inside, and then they dozer bladed the outside, but inside was still premium. There's some good scaling for us. Yeah, these look like a great time. Not. Outside's cooked, inside's cooked. Oh wait, the middle is, oh yeah, cooked.
In his American debut with moto scores of a second on the Red Bull KTM.
Oh wait, it actually gets worse. First of all, we're down to whatever that is, and this thing goes all the way out of this corner and up this single, and call this thing Stanley Yelnats because it's got holes everywhere. Yeah, no, I'm definitely good for like the rest of my life, that's for sure. This isn't the most gnarly Thunder Valley I've ever seen, but still, I wish you guys could just strap up the boots and ride a few laps around here. You'd have respect for everybody out here, and I mean everybody.
Make some noise one more time for the boys. Jett, Lucas, Coonan, and none other than Hunter Lawrence.
Freshly dosed. Yeah. Laying this little step up, freshly watered, slicker than Diddy's bedroom floor, not that I would know. Then we got this tight little switchback section. Pretty narrow, so only but so much real estate that you can use.
Up there on that, buddy. Take a look at our points right now. Jett Lawrence behind.
Is that China? Got a nice slicked up face over the Chase Sexton Indonesia Spec Memorial Triple. And man, this is kind of a tame Thunder Valley compared to the one I raced. There were so many lines, I couldn't even count that high. Not that I'm that smart, but there was ruts everywhere. There's kind of some flat spots today. And we still got one moto to go. This is actually right after the 450 Moto 2. I wanted to get to some of these spots before they prep it because we got a WMX moto at the end of the day, and I feel like they'll probably flatten some of this stuff out for the ladies of our sport. But yeah, corduroy pants national downhill. Nothing really fun or safe about it. Dang it, they're already destroying what I thought was like the most gnarls Barkley corner on the track. I'll splice in some clips of Jett and Coonan going through there on the last lap of the moto that just finished. But yeah, it was a survival national. Holy crap! Jett just said on the mic that this was, and I quote, such a shitty track. No traction, he hates it. Wow. Dude, that's hilarious. I feel like he's gonna hear something about that one, but land this big ass triple tabletop camel hump into some more ruts. Started out all muddy. They've been out here dozing all day, but every time they fix it, it just comes right back. Pick one, don't even bother praying. Won't do you any good. Man, I was on this thing like a hobo on a sandwich, but they're already flattening all the gnarly parts. We haven't even done the second 250 moto yet. Holy crap, now somebody just dropped an F-bomb on the podium. Colorado is out of pocket. Down through here, a minimal sketch and pretty hard packed shiny base on the underneath. I still kind of can't believe Jett said this was such a shitty track on the podium, but he doesn't like Washougal either, so it kind of makes sense that he's not a fan when the traction goes away. This is crazy. There were so many ruts through here when I raced. I was terrified. But this little step up into the mechanics area, this was the Scrub Spec National. Everybody was turning down for who, what, when, where, why, and how over this thing. Rip past the mechanics area into the final corner, and yeah, my analysis is this is the Thunder Valley National I should have raced. They kind of did some vet prep, but if I'm being honest, I think this is way better than the corduroy pants, more lines, and a college frat house national. You can move around so much more out here right now. Laying the finish. Once more, I'll say way more basic than I ever could have imagined. And that's a lap around Thunder Valley. Let's head to the rental and break down the race. All right, we're in the rental car after a Freddy's Cheeseburger National. So now we'll do a little post-race analysis here from the day at Thunder Valley, round 3 of Pro Motocross. What a bad freaking ass day of racing. Like, that was so sick. It was electric. The first 2 motos of the day were unreal. I mean, I feel like the racing's always a little bit better, or one of the best tracks to race at is Thunder Valley because of the altitude and the elevation. It makes the bikes way slower, and I swear the slower bikes make the racing way better. The guys can ride them way harder. They don't have to be as careful or anything like that. They can kind of just send it, and it always makes for good racing. Awesome battles, close racing, and it's just always one of the best races of the year. So you got to love Thunder Valley. And yeah, to start out with the 450 class, talking about the race, I'm going to kind of try to keep this brief because I'm super shot out. I don't even know how I'm still going right now. But 450 class, that was what we've all been dreaming of, really. I mean, that first moto, Jett versus Hunter versus Deegan, that was what we've all been waiting for this whole time. I mean, it's only round 3, but yeah, to see that finally materialize after the first 2 rounds, we didn't really see much of the matchup besides a little bit of Paula. That was really, really sick. I mean, that couldn't have been much better of a shape up for a good race unless maybe Lucas Coonan got a better start, and we'll get into him in a minute. That kid is unbelievable. Him and his brother. It was so sick that I got to come watch their first race, and I'm really glad I was able to do it. But in the 450 class, a 1-1 for Jett Lawrence. Even though he's got a cankle and he can barely walk and limp off the podium, he's still doing what Jett does, and the dude's an alien. They've been releasing the UFO files, and I haven't been through them, but Jett's got to be the first guy. He's got to be the cover of the pamphlet for sure. But yeah, Jett was just doing Jett things like he always does. I don't really know what more to say about it besides, yeah, it's just the dude's a cyborg. He's an absolute unit out there. He's just playing with the track, doing things, making it look so much easier than everybody else is. He's probably trying less while going way faster than everybody. So total belt-to-ass national from Jett Lawrence. Congrats to him. And I think he takes over. He's got to take over the points lead after some struggles from Hunter today. But I feel like the real story was the 2-2 from Lucas Coonan, the MXGP points leader. Unreal day. It was straight up unbelievable watching him tear through the pack and run down Jett, Hunter, and Deegan in the first moto. And it's not like he just started with him and hung with him. I mean, he dug his way, clawed through the field, and made up ground on all those top guys. Even the last couple laps of that first moto, I mean, he about made a race out of that thing. He probably had Jett sweating. So for the guy to come over and do that, he's not even in his series. He's got a whole nother championship to win. So to come on his off week, he was in Latvia 6 days ago, and he gets second with a 2-2 today. just straight up badass. Then in the 3 spot, we had Hunter. Very uncharacteristic day from him. A lot of mistakes, just nothing really went his way. I guess he caught a penalty in the first moto, and we'll get into Deegan's penalty in a little bit, but I guess Hunter, Prado, and Deegan all got some track cut penalties in the first moto, but 4-4 for third for Hunter. I mean, not the best day, but if you're going for a championship, if a 4-4 is your bad day, then I feel like you could definitely be in a worse spot, so good on him for salvaging at least something out of the day. Then fourth overall, took advantage of several penalties, was Garrett Marchbanks. He actually went 3-6 because he didn't cut the track on the first moto, and that bumped him all the way up to third, but really excited for Marchbanks, man. He's putting together an awesome summer. He's an outdoor guy, and I think the Factory Cowie guys are pretty happy with him. We may or may not be seeing him stick around on that team for next year, so just excited to see it all coming together for Garrett. He's been riding really well. And then rounding out the top 5, Jorge Prado after a penalty, and I expected a lot more out of him in this one. I was really surprised. Yesterday they had a free practice, 2 sessions, and the dude didn't even show up and do some starts or tests or anything, and it kind of bit him in the ass today because the starts were not good at all. I mean, he had to fight his way back big time. He never really even saw the leaders, the Coonans, the Lawrences, Deegan, or any of those guys. And I got a lot of video of him. I mean, he was charging, he was riding his ass off, but just kind of gave those guys an inch and they took a mile. They got the start over him and they were gone. And then in the 6th spot, Hayden Deegan, 7-position penalty. And admittedly, I haven't even seen what he did yet. I mean, my group texts were kind of going off about it. I guess he cut the track several times, so maybe the amount of times he did it, that's why he got a bigger penalty than the other guys, because Hunter and Prado, I think, only got 2 positions or maybe even 1. So that had to fire the Deegs up. I mean, he was already pissed off about, I guess, Jett cross-jumping him in the first moto. He was all up in arms about that. Then he got that huge penalty. Everybody, when they announced it at the track, the fans just went insane. Everybody was pissed. So that was a bummer to see. I hate that happened to him, but he rebounded really nicely in the second moto with a 3rd place. A great ride, and he fought off Hunter at the end of that moto. So still really good building blocks and good steps out of Hayden Deegan. And then last topic of conversation in this 450 class, Chase Sexton, the trip to Indonesia, seen around the world. What a bummer to have that guy out. Always a great addition to the series, especially when he's firing. And if I had to guess, I don't think we're going to see him back for a while. I don't even really know if we'll ever see him back on the Kawasaki, especially with him kind of posting and alluding to that being a bike problem, something out of his control with that crash. So if there was ever a straw that broke the camel's back, I think it would be that one. Obviously, I know nothing in regards to the situation, but if I was a betting man, I feel like we might not see Chase back on green ever again. And I want to say I hope I'm wrong, but honestly, I just want to see Chase Sexton on whatever bike's going to make him a factor again, because the racing is always better when the top guys are in it, when they're firing. So that's all I really care to see, no choice. But then to move on to the 250 class, no moto wins, but an overall win. Sushi Wasabi is back, Joe Shimoda with the overall, and that 250 class got turned completely upside down right off the rip in the second moto with that big first turn crash. Tons of Pro Circuit Kawasaki's were in it. Tons of guys that finished good in the first moto were in it. So, yeah, that turned everything upside down immediately, but really good day for Shimoda to just be consistent. He didn't really get that great of starts. I feel like he just fought his way through the pack the whole day, but every pass he made, it counted for something. It got him an overall win, a big-ass check, and also helped him claw his way back into this points championship with an overall win. So really good day for Shimoda. Glad to see him back firing after a gnarly neck injury and getting hurt again back in Supercross. He's kind of had a rough run, so cool to see him get it back going again. Then in second overall with a 1 and an 8 from the first turn crash in that second moto was Levi Kitchen, and his first moto ride was badass. I mean, he just methodically clawed his way through the field, got him one by one, hunted Seth down, kind of stalked him, and then with 2 laps to go, he went full-blown vintage Blake Baggett mode and just El Chupacabra, because 2 to go, the dude ran the fastest lap of the entire race, and I feel like, the track's getting gnarlier, people kind of fatigue. It's not too often that you see that, so really badass ride from Kitchen in the first moto, and then that first turn crash, I mean, not much he could do about that except for maybe be out in front of it. I think it's pretty hard for him with his height and weight at the National, but really good job to salvage that. I mean, he very easily could have turned one mistake into 2 or 3, but he didn't. He made tons of moves and salvaged a second overall on the day, so really good job to him for that. And then third overall, I am stoked about this one. I just found this out when I looked up the results, but Nick Romano, the fill-in guy, is on the box. Who doesn't love box? I know Nick does, but yeah, so cool to see. I mean, it's been an awesome story all outdoor season so far with Romano being the fill-in guy, trying to fight for a permanent ride, and the dude's been a factor in every single moto. He's getting great starts, fighting super hard for every position, and
these are the reasons why he does those things. You got to fight hard, because at the end of the day, these podiums, they're hard to come by. I mean, this is his first ever podium, and he didn't even have it until like the last half a lap when Sushi got Rider D. So yeah, super, super cool. It's a huge moment for the dude who didn't even have a ride when Supercross started, and now he's a podium finisher in Pro Motocross. I mean, that's super gnarly. Supercross is one thing, it's hard, but it's 250 East, 250 West. I mean, outdoors, you got everybody, and the dude got third. So really stoked for Romano on that one. Then in fourth overall, we had Sasha Kunin, the other MXGP points leader, and man, I wish we got to see him get out front with those guys in that first moto, because the first moto was an awesome battle. It just didn't include him in it. And then second one, he got out front while everybody else had their issues. It was kind of the opposite deal from the first moto, and the dude just never looked back. Took him to Gapplebee's. I mean, it was like it was 11 a.m. at the motel, because he was checked out, and immediately, and he kind of had me sweating. I mean, the kid's really loose. He does kind of crash a lot, and I was worried that he might throw it away, but he looked awesome. I mean, it's a crazy blend of technique and loose send out of Sasha Kunin. It's really fun to watch, and I can't wait for the Kunins to come here next year. I've heard some reports that they have all but confirmed that they're going to be here in 2027. At least that's what they want to do. So yeah, super stoked about that. I did kind of see this coming out of Sasha with the one good moto and one bad, but still a very, very impressive performance, again, from a guy that this isn't even his series. And then rounding out the top five, we had Rider D. Will sell the podium on the last lap when it's time. Such a bummer. I think that would have been his first outdoor podium, but awesome standout ride in that second moto. He got up front. Finally got to see him up at the sharp end of the field, and the dude rode awesome. Couldn't quite catch Kunin, but there was a lot of good guys behind him, and he held his own, got himself on the box in that third moto, and I think this is going to be a good summer for Rider D. I think we're going to continue to see him take steps in the right direction. Two Jews was sixth, a little bit of a fade job in the first moto, but a really good ride in the second moto. And then last guy I'm going to talk about, Seth Hamaker, a great ride in the first moto, had it the whole way, pretty much wire to wire, and then those last two laps, Levi zapped him, put in an insane charge, but still to be second, I mean, that's right where you want to be for the championship. And then that second moto, big first turn crash. Like I said about Levi, not much you can do about that except for make sure you're ahead of it. And he didn't quite salvage as good as Levi did. I think Levi got up a little quicker and made a few more early moves than Seth did, but still, he salvaged it. I think he came back to like 11th or 12th, something like that. And I haven't even been able to look up the points. I don't really know the situation, but I think he either still has the red plate or he's still really close to it. So he's definitely avoided disaster these last couple of weekends. I mean, 2 first-turn crashes in a row, and he's still in the fight for this thing. So I think we're going to see Seth Hamaker in this championship fight for the long haul. But yeah, I already talked longer than I planned on. That's a wrap on this video. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I got a lot of coverage coming to you guys from the races between the LCQs, the 250, the 450 motos, all kinds of stuff. And my legs are never going to be the same. So I really, really hope you guys enjoy it. But thank you all for watching. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Free of choice.